Let me please finish what I'm saying. Bill Doyle.
One of your sentences isn't good enough, but one of yours is supposed to be perfectly like.
Well,
yeah, right. Okay.
Bill Doyle is the head of the largest victims family group. He said the majority of his members believe inside job. So how are you going to explain that one?
Why do it by the fact that it's
the
not
victims'
true.
families
Because
are the ones that have looked into it.
I've seen plenty of footage of them saying no. Actually, we want you guys to shut up. I've seen plenty of footage of that.
But the head of the largest victims family group comes out and says the majority. That doesn't really.
I don't think that. I mean, there was a time when, yeah, many of them they had some questions, and they were more centered on the ISI connection. I mean, you're talking about what was that movie with the women there?
Press for Truth.
Yeah, there's the one. Yeah, they don't talk about bombs in the building. They talk about the ISI connection. That has been disproven. That all goes back to one source, which is the Times of India. One reporter wrote that. You know what? He has no evidence to back it up. There are a whole bunch of people saying, you know what? That is not true. You can't back that up. That is a propaganda piece because Pakistan had been running a terror campaign in India for years beforehand. There's a nuclear standoff between these two countries, see? They don't like each other. So yes, the Times of India put out a propaganda piece trying to connect Atta with the hijackers, and it didn't work. Didn't work at all. I mean, it's confusing you guys apparently, but not too many other people.
No, the truth doesn't confuse me. That's what I want to. That's what I want to find out. That's what I'm for. That's what I'm pro.
Okay, well.
So you're being here, I assume, is because you're not interested in the truth.
It's because I'm interested in people talking about real issues, not bombs in the buildings. Okay? Because things like global warming. That's a real issue. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good one.
You're saying there's nothing suspicious about any of this
that's why I'm here, obviously, and that's why you have a big crowd of people.
Answer my question.
Sorry.
That's why you
don't find anything suspicious about what happened that day and what happened afterwards.
Define afterwards.
Well, after the event. How investigations were handled or not handled.
I do agree that they didn't want Richard Clark. He has come out and said, yes, this is an intelligence failing. It was an embarrassment for them. It was an embarrassment for them. That's true. And George Bush, no, he's not a very open guy. He's not a very good president.
I think there should be full disclosure.
Pretty much has been.
Open court.
So sorry, I didn't catch.
More has to happen.
I didn't catch your name.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You're just down here, not telling us your name. Nathan Moulton. I'm fully public, man.
I don't care. I don't care.
I'd like. Well, you're down here.
What does it matter? Come on, accuse me.
Are you gonna come down to all our? No, I'm not accusing you of being a shill. You're just.
What does it matter what my name is?
Uninformed.
Seriously. I'm not uninformed.
I'd just like to know your name. That's it. I mean, you're here talking to us, but you won't even give us your name.
I'd like to accuse you of being a CSIS agent, but I know that's clearly not the case.
See?
That's definitely not the case.
Okay, then I still don't understand where your science is. What do you guys have? Seriously, what do you guys have?
High school physics explains the whole thing, because if high school physics can teach us anything, it's that those buildings would have not have come down in free fall speed in the path of most resistance, perfectly vertically.
Not free fall speed. Not free fall speed.
It is. It's free fall speed.
15 seconds is not free fall speed. The North Tower went down 18 to 22 seconds, which is even further away from
How long did it take Building 7 to come down?
Actually, the penthouse fell first. If you count when the penthouse is about 13 seconds.
Your son here.
I don't know who that is. I don't care. You probably. I don't care.
All right. Well, no. I appreciate you coming down here and trying to enlighten us with the truth of what really happened.
You guys
haven't
even made any points. They're like, well, physics says so. No, it doesn't. I actually gave a little bit of an explanation.
You had a little diagram.
It goes down to free fall speed when it doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't.
It does.
See, that's the only words you can use. That's the only thing you can say.
The 9/11 Commission report even said that it came down in 10 seconds, and that's free fall speed. That's just a second over free fall speed. And those pieces you were talking about that were coming down before that, they were being ejected outwards, and that's why they were actually going faster than they should have been.
No, they
That's why
weren't.
they were falling down. They were going faster.
200,000 tons of building smashing down on the rest of the building. That's not going to send debris falling sideways. No, that's all just going to go straight down, right?
How come Chief Oreo
the hell?
Palmer made it up to the impact zone on the 78th floor?
Oh yeah, and he said there's only a couple of fires, right? Yeah, well, you know, that's the bottom level, and he was trying to rescue a couple of people. That's what he was trying to do. He wasn't trying to put out the whole fire. How come there were tons and tons of flames coming out of the building and tons of smoke?
The fires were almost out.
No, that is a ridiculous
firefighter
thing
testimony
for you to say.
says no.
That is a ridiculous thing for you to
The
say.
fires were burning
Ridiculous.
themselves out.
That is absolutely
When a
ridiculous.
smoking log is burning, it was the same color as those twin towers. And
Oh
that
yeah,
means
it's
that
oxygen-deprived fire because that's what Jeff King told you, and that's why it's
you're just
black,
repeating
right?
everything
That's
from
why it's
9/11
black, right?
Miss. You just went to
Black-
9/11miss.com.
I've seen. No, actually, I've seen all your stupid documentaries, and none of them make sense. Oh, that Jeff King. Oh yeah, black smoke is indicative of an oxygen-starved fire. And you know what's actually indicative of? Plastic products burning, including carpets, drapes, computers, everything that would be in an office. Bunch of plastic products burning. Black
and
smoke
that
coming
caused
out.
the molten steel in the basements too, I guess.
That
Or no, wait, there was no molten steel. Oh, I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, that's-
Melted aluminum.
Yes.
Reported by tons of firefighters as being molten steel,
How many
red hot.
firefighters support you?
Aluminum.
And how many firefighters?
Have you heard of
say you
firefighters
suck?
for 9/11 Truth? Obviously,
Yeah,
you haven't looked into
And
the organization.
you know how you don't have to be a firefighter to be in that. You know that? I mean, your biggest name is Kevin McPadden. That's the big guy you parade around. Oh look, Kevin McPadden says so. You know what? Kevin McPadden is a proven liar because he was actually 4 blocks up.
You heard the countdown.
He lied about that. How
He
come
lied
how come
about
he didn't
that.
say it in 06 on the big day when everybody's in New York gathered around? How come he didn't say it then? Huh? How come he wasn't even
He
at
was
Ground
afraid to
Zero?
go public. Who knows?
How come he was at Stuyvesant High School, which is 4 blocks north, which had a bomb threat, and that's where you see people saying there was a bomb in the building. I've seen
You know
that
what?
clip
There's
where
no
they show a
point. There's no
firefighter saying
point
there's
in
a bomb
even
in the building.
arguing about this because
Because you can't
people
counter
know the
anything I say.
truth. No, no.
Because you're just
There's
like,
no
"Well,
point.
I
We'd be
just- I
standing
think
here all
so."
day talking about molten
Well,
steel.
you're just standing here
and
doing nothing. I was standing there
We're
for
waiting
like
for
20
a bus.
minutes.
I was wondering
before
what you were
any of
doing.
would
I
say
thought you
anything.
might have been a truther or something. But then I asked you, why didn't you come up to us
How
when
come,
you
how come
first
you're not
got
talking to
here?
anybody?
We're waiting
I
for the
wasn't sure
truth
if you were a
bus. Did
truther
you
or
read
not.
the flyer?
The truth? No, I didn't actually.
The Vancouver
I
9/11
don't
Truth
know.
Group is coming here.
Oh, really?
And we're waiting for them. So that's
Really?
why we're standing here.
So there's going to be even more of you here. Then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
So I guess we'll just
So
go down.
what do you plan on doing at that point when they get here?
Handing out free DVDs, information to Calgarians, holding out our banners.
Okay. And I'll be here to tell them what. I'll be here to tell them, the people passing by, why you're wrong.
And you won't tell us your name?
No.
He got onto the topic of global warming and pollution taxes, and I'm like, what's the tax benefit? Well, we should be having
10,000 pages of detail. 10,000 pages of detail. What do you have?
And I'll look
What
at
do you
10,000
have?
pages too, but it doesn't mean it's true.
What do you have? You have Richard Gage say, oh, I think it's controlled demolition.
What?
Have you read those 10,000 pages?
They
I haven't read all of them.
They have me convinced of
You
it.
haven't read all of them?
Have you?
I've read probably about more than half.
after like 900.
Holly,
I'm sure more than you've
Probably
read.
not.
Have you read the 9/11 Commission report?
Yeah, more like 80.
I haven't read all of it. I don't care. Really. I get the gist of it.
So you haven't even read the official
I
story.
understand world politics as well. You know,
Just don't understand
Like-
physics, and that's your big
You
problem.
understand
Yeah,
world
that's-
politics,
that's
but you don't understand.
I understand
Canadian
why they're not
economics.
going to go into Pakistan. That's how much I understand world politics to that point. I
What
understand
about,
why the ISI story is stupid. I understand these things. You guys just think, well, it doesn't make sense because we have this one little piece, so the whole everything's wrong. That's all you guys say. That's all you.
What about Operation Northwoods, the
I don't care
declassified?
about Operation North.
No? How come? No?
Because it has nothing to do with today. It has nothing to do with today. It was over 40 years ago.
It was the highest levels of the U.S. government planning to stage pretty much a
And
9/11.
it was the president saying no, sorry, and nobody was going to get hurt in it. There was nobody was going to die in that.
Not true.
That is true.
No, they
It's
were
gonna
going to
be an
bomb.
empty plane. Empty plane. Yep. Empty plane. Blow up in the ocean.
So
That was
because
the plan.
nobody died, it doesn't matter that they were planning on doing this false flag
It's
terror
complete-
event. in order for justification to go into
And
Cuba.
besides that, the two things are completely unrelated. We're talking about something from over 40 years ago. If that is a strong piece of evidence for you, then you really have nothing.
There's no connection to that in 9/11. It just shows how corrupt. Yeah, it shows how corrupt they are. It shows how the highest levels of the government wanted to stage an
I have
attack.
to tell you that I don't think that the Bush administration is a good administration. Okay, I already told you.
You don't think that Bush was the mastermind of 9/11?